Hey girl, it's Allison, and I wanted to get on here to share my story with you. The biggest reason why I want to share my story is because I want you to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want you to know that if you follow me, it's not just because of cute motivational phrases and cute short videos. I want you to know that I want you to know that I have started this movement called Hey Girl for a reason. So for the past, so I'm gonna start sharing my story with you. So if you don't know, I'm Allison, and hey, I'm gonna wave back at you. So if you don't know, my name is Allison. It's in my in my username. Hey girls, Allison. So for the past few years, I've actually been here in the United Arab Emirates. I'm an hour from Dubai, so I get to go every once in a while and hang out and do some fun things. What is that? I'm trying to sit outside because I got twin toddlers, and that's a whole nother story. So, so I've been over here teaching in the United Arab Emirates, an hour from Dubai, and youth have just always been a passion of mine. And one of the reasons, youth and young women, working with young women, and the reason is because I really invested a lot of who I am in my kids. You know, when you come in my classroom, my kids know who their teacher are, right? Who know who their teacher is. They know that their teacher loves them, that I invest in them, that I'm proud of who they are, no matter their background, no matter their skin color, whatever. And it's been amazing because I've been able to bring that same passion for youth and for young women over here to the UAE. And even if you see my kids, you know, if you ask them what teacher loves you, they're always going to say it, and it's Allison. You know, because I really try my best to invest in who they are. And a lot of the reason that I do that is because I wasn't always invested in who I am. A while ago, before I was married, before the twins, before the big move to the UAE, when I was in college, even before college, I didn't value who I was. I had no value in myself. Excuse me, I know I'm sweating. I didn't know my value. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know what I was put on this earth to do. So I was just kind of letting life happen to me. And I was doing things to try to earn my value from other people. What I did was I was finding validation in what other people were saying to me. I was finding validation in the compliments, and I was finding validation in the relationships and the physical things that I was doing with people who said that they loved me. So those are the things that were validating me. It wasn't coming from inside because I didn't have that built up in me. It was coming from the outside. So I was becoming whoever I needed to be to whoever was in my life at that time. If you needed me to be a cheerleader for you, then that's what I was. If you wanted the loud Allison, the fun Allison, the party Allison, I was down. If you wanted the more laid back Christian Allison, you know, that could pray for you, that could, you know, worship with you, I could be that too. But it wasn't all in the same person. It was masks that I was wearing every single time I was in a different group of people with a different person, with a different boyfriend. That's how I was living my life, was just all these different identities, all these different purposes I thought that I had. And so one of the things I started to do, I started waking up in strange places with strange faces. And you know what I mean when I say that, you know, because I didn't know my worth. If I had known the value of what I had on the inside of me, I would have taken better care for who I allowed to come close to me, who I allowed to see the innermost parts of me, who I allowed to see the emotional side of me. I would have been way more careful. How many of you feel like if you knew more of who you were, if you knew more of your value, you would be more careful of the people you allow in your space? You would be more careful of the people you allow into your life, and to know the deeper, darker parts of you that you don't reveal to people that you're not really familiar with. So I never forget my junior year was really when it all changed for me. I was being dropped off at my dorm my junior year from another strange place with another strange face. And I was going about my usual routine. I got out of the car and did my best to cover myself up with the hood. I tried to cover my face so that nobody could recognize me, because in truth, I didn't want anybody to see me, because in reality, I didn't want to see myself. I didn't want to see the person that I had become. I didn't want to see the woman that I had become. And so I was hiding myself from the world. I was trying to hide myself in that moment. So I would take my time. I would slowly walk up the stairs, make sure they didn't creak too much. If I heard a door open, I would freeze, or I would try to do my best to play it off like everything was okay, like I just came from, the cafeteria, or I just came from my friend's room, or I was just on a walk somewhere. I was trying to play it off. Because I didn't want people to know the truth about who I had become. So I walked down the long hallway to my dorm room, opened my door up really slowly so I didn't wake my roommate, because I didn't even want my roommate to know. And I carried on with my, my normal routine after doing something I didn't have no business doing. I would get in the mirror, wrap my hair was straight then, put on my bonnet to protect my hair from the water, and then I would get in the shower and try my best to wash away everything that had happened to me and everything that I had done that I know I shouldn't have been doing. And you know how sometimes when you go to the bathroom and you're getting ready to go out, or you're going to a party, or you're brushing your teeth, you only look in your eyes long enough to where you don't connect with yourself. And what I mean by that is, you may look in the mirror long enough to put on eyeliner, but you don't look too long. You may look in the mirror long enough to put on your lipstick and your eyelashes, but you don't look too long, because in reality, you're not trying to see what's really on the inside. And I had that moment. But this time, I looked. This time I looked longer than 1 second. I looked longer than 3 seconds. I looked longer than 10 seconds into my own eyes. And in that moment, I didn't even know who I was looking at. I didn't recognize the person I had become. And you know how when dogs get in situations and they start turning their head because they're a little confused? Yeah, that was me. I was turning my head because I didn't know who I was looking at. I had gone so far off the path of what was ordained for my life. I had become a woman I couldn't even recognize. And the body was the same, and the face was the same, but the eyes were so different. Even so much to the point that I asked myself, or asked the woman looking back at me, who are you? I didn't even recognize her anymore. I didn't even know who that was there. It couldn't have been me. There was no way the woman looking back at me was Allyson Hankins at the time. There's no way. But it was. Or it was a woman I didn't know. See, I had become a woman I didn't even know anymore. I had become a woman I had never seen before. I was saying things I said I'd never say. I was doing things I said I'd never do. And I had become a woman I said I would never become. But in a moment, I was looking right at her and didn't know her and didn't recognize her. How many of you have been in places where you know you shouldn't have been? You said things you know you shouldn't have said. You've done things you know you shouldn't have done. Is that you? I know it was me. Sometimes we give so many pieces of ourselves away we don't recognize ourselves. Sometimes we have cut off who we are to the world so much to protect ourselves that small piece of us that's left inside almost disappears. Is that you? I know it was me. But something powerful happened in that moment. I recognized that even though I didn't know the woman that was staring back at me, the woman I was supposed to be was still deep down inside. How did I know? Because she had the nerve to speak up and say, "Who are you?" She called that stranger out. The real Allyson showed up in that moment. And she called out that stranger that she didn't know that was living on the inside. So I wiped my tears away. I held my head up high. And I made a decision in that moment that whoever that woman was, she had no more power. Whoever that woman was, she wasn't going to run my life anymore. Whoever that woman was, she had to go. I loved her. I accepted the mistakes that she made over time. I had to accept the things that she did. And I had to understand the root of why she was who she was, why she even showed up in my life, why the real me died down so that she could live and thrive. But even though I had to accept all of that in her and get to know her and understand her, she had to go. And that's what some of you are dealing with even to this day. You are looking in the mirror at somebody you don't even know. You know you're not the person you were supposed to be. You know that you were purposed and ordained to be somebody else. Yet and still, you are living a fake life. You are showing fake love, as Drake says. Because you're not living where the life you're supposed to be living. You're not walking in the purpose you're supposed to be walking in. You're not talking the language you're supposed to be talking. Because you don't know who you are. And you've been allowing this stranger to live your life for you. So that's why I'm so passionate about helping you understand the uniqueness about who you are, about you understanding that your purpose lies in the fact that out of 1 billion people on this planet, there's one you. There's nobody that walks like you. There's nobody that talks like you. There's nobody that has the same passions and desires and dreams that you have. Nobody. It may sound similar, but there's no way that it could be the same as yours. Why? Because you're a different person. You've lived a different life. You have different stories. You've learned different lessons. There's nobody on this planet like you, and that's your power. And so what I'm here to do is to help you identify that power. What I'm here to do is help you identify that stranger in the mirror. Call her out for who she is. Accept her. Love her, because she still helped you learn some lessons along the way. But I'm also here to help you take your power back from her, because she cannot run your life anymore. Because it's time for you to walk in your purpose. It's time for you to know why you were put on this planet. No more being a carbon copy of somebody else. We're putting on clothes that don't even fit us. We're putting on shoes that we don't even like, for people that we think matter. For people that we're worried about what they're going to say about us. When in reality, what people think about you is none of your business. That's from my coach, Lisa Nichols. I love that quote. So I'm here to help you get your power back, girl. I'm here to help you walk in your uniqueness, because that's where your power lies. You out here searching for what you should be doing. First of all, focus on who you are. The desires that live on the inside of you. And then we'll start walking that thing out together. But I'm here for you. I'm with you on this journey. It's not going to be a quick sprint, but it's a marathon. And we're going to walk this thing out. So if you're with me, I want to know it. I want you to send me a DM and let me know you're with me. Because I'm here for you. I know what it's like to not know what you're doing in this life, to be walking around like a zombie, to almost be hypnotized, doing things somebody else commanded you to do, while the real you, the conscious you, is somewhere lost on the inside. I'm here to help pull her out of that place. I'm here to help you pull her out of that place, out of that darkness, and to walk in the light that you have on the inside of you. I love you, and I'm here for you, sis. I'm here for you. No matter where you're from, no matter your background, no matter your financial situation, no matter the color of your skin, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. And I said, it don't matter. That's my country coming out. It doesn't matter. I'm here for you. And we're going to walk this thing out, because you're going to know who you are. And you are going to hone your power. All right? I love you. And I'm here with you in this thing.